Hello again, everybody. Forerunner news. In this video, we having a new patch roll out, and they are going to be buffing some lords. And the ones that they decided to go after were the Watchguards. So the main lore bonus that Ian gives us is that he periodically increases damage by 20% and healing bonus by 20% for 20 seconds. What they have stated in the patch notes is that this is now going to increase to 30%. So we're going to get a little bit more healing bonus and more damage out of it. And then if we go to Lias, when we look at her lore bonus, Blessing of the Light 3, it says here that periodically increases damage and healing bonus by 30%. They are going to increase this to 50%. Okay. And so that'll now be for 20 seconds, which is something that we really wanted at Alaya, because not only does she have this rage region that she can give us a little bit of a buff, but sometimes you found that healing underwhelming. Now she's going to get a boost. We're going to get a little bit more out of it. Now this is going to go to 50%. So I am thinking that they are going to be introducing possibly more Watchguards into the game. And so they thought maybe we need to buff this a little bit to make him a little bit more competent. And since we have a new lord for this faction coming out too, maybe that also will make the Watchguards a little bit more playable from now on. And additionally, they are going to increase this damage here when you get healed will increase now to 25% for 10 seconds. So this is going to make her so much better, especially for things like Gildas and Samra, prolonged battles, which she does, and we need her heals. I just think that they're trying to make her more playable. And again, we have a new lord coming into this faction in the future. So the other change that they also describe in the patch notes has to do with the Admiral Claw. One of the things that they're going to send on him is his Soul Lasher. So apparently it'll remain written as is. Nothing has changed here. The only thing that they're going to add to it is that now he can deal a stun for 0.3 seconds. So a third of a fraction of a second. That 3/10 of a second. That's how long that stun is going to last, the Soul Lasher. Now, they also are going to change this Bloodstorm and Annihilating. So apparently this will all remain the same, but the one addition that they're doing to it is that the Soul Lasher will then remove the stun from the targets. So if you're just doing your basics, you're going to be stunning. If this becomes activated to then deal damage when you lose HP, you now are no longer able to stun. That's the way that we read in the patch notes. For those of you that have him and play him, you probably know the mechanic better than I do. I haven't had a chance to really play with him at all. And I don't have him in my global account. But that's how I'd read it, is that he'll gain a stun on his basic, but he'll then remove it when this passive becomes activated. Continue on with the rest of the patch notes. One of the things that they are going to change is the variant gear. There's a specific special effect that we get is called In the House, where we do not spend any gold when enhancing the gear. Apparently this will change. They are going to add a boost of damage by 2%. They will still remain that no gold is required when enhancing this gear. So at least they're adding something to that specific effect, which really had no value to it whatsoever. They adjusted the chance of in opposite variant gear special effects appearing on gear pieces from different gear sets. So say, for example, defense focus effects will rarely appear on gear pieces from attack focus gear sets. This is only in the variant, it says in the variant gear. So all the other ones still will apply. And then they said they added variant gear specific special effects, but they do not list one. So we'll be surprised when we start farming as to what they are. The next change is to promotion rates, and it actually confused me upon reading this, exactly what it is that they're trying to do. Because before, Extreme 1 and 2 would just randomly drop Insignias 2 and 3, Mythic Extract and Legendary Extract, right? So if we just needed the Insignias 2s, we would just farm Extreme 1. If we wanted the Legendary Insignias, We would just then farm Extreme 2. But in Extreme 2, we also get those drops of Mythic Extracts and Legendary Extract. Eventually, over time, you pile up with those, so if you just want the insignia. So we just went back to stage 15. Well, for some reason, they decided to change the drop rates on Extreme 1 and 2. And now they're going to be dropping insignias once, the blue ones, in addition to what it was formerly dropping. And then it says here, with a chance to drop extra Mythic Extract and Legendary Extract. What does that mean essentially? The way that I'm reading it, and their English can be sketchy, but the way that I'm reading it is now, instead of you getting an insignia or a Mythic Extra or a Legendary Extract, the now is going to drop a blue or a purple in Extreme 1, and you then have a chance to get the Mythic Extract and a Legendary Extract. In Extreme 2, same thing. You're going to get a chance to get either the blue, the purple, or the red insignia, and then you're going to have a chance to get an additional drop, which could be Mythic Extract or Legendary Extract. Why did they add the blue? I have no idea. We'll figure out exactly how they changed the farming of this thing. But I just have a feeling we're just going to go back to 15, just like the end gamers have been doing. They added a Rage Regen, basic attack, and Rage Regen attacked to the hero details page. So this is something that some people did not know about the game, that you can get Rage Regeneration when you are attacked or when you're using your basic attack. So now it's going to specifically say what that Rage Regen is when either one of the two come into play. So it'll be a little bit more clear so we can see that in details. And when this actually rolls out, I will release a video just to show you exactly how that is laid out. And I am more curious about this, to be honest with you, with the promotion rates. It's exactly how things are going to be dropping, and if we're going to be get blue ones now from the extreme stages. They also added a preview of the BP changes after switching gear pieces. So when you place them, you can now see the change in BP. Perfect. Some people will like that. They optimized visual and sound effects on the void rift. You can now copy and paste text. Okay. Optimize the visual presentation of the gallery interface. Okay. So what are the things that we've been asking for here? Okay. So maybe they're just going to change the layout. But one of the things that we've been asking for is to give us the opportunity. And if you're watching this down there in the offices of Moontown, we keep asking for it. Some type of sorter here that would allow us to sort based on buffs or debuffs or skills, something. Just so we're able to then, if we want to know which hero stuns, we can just click stun, boom. The cards of the heroes that do the stun come up. That's the other change we want to see. Hopefully that's on it, but I doubt it. I think they're just going to change the layout and how this looks. All right. Forerunner news, that's what we have for this week. That update should be rolling out here in the Thursday to Friday transition. All right, folks. Thank you very much for tuning in and watching. I will see you all next time on the next Watch Your Realms video. And please do remember to hit like, subscribe on your way out. What? Was there something about the patch notes you didn't agree on?